Well, Stephen Maguire through to his first quarter-final since 2012. And Stephen, it seems as though having to come through the qualifiers has really sharpened you up for this year's tournament.
Yeah, it looks like that. Obviously, the three hard matches I had, it's helped. But in all honesty, I would rather not go through that and just show up as a seed from now on.
Did your thoughts on that match against Rory change once you knew you were facing him instead of Judd? Because on paper then you become the overwhelming favourite for that match, as opposed to it potentially being 50-50 or slightly in Judd's favour going into that one had you played Trump.
No, listen, I said it after my first interview, after my first match. Everybody took it for granted there, even Judd. You know, I read his comments before the tournament started, and you know, some people, he just has to grow up a little bit. This game's too difficult to say you're this and that, and he put himself under tremendous pressure. So I've seen it all before, and you know, and I honestly had a feeling that Rory was either going to win or really push him strong, and obviously he did that. So I was prepared for Rory anyway.
Well, you've made it into the quarters with a session to spare, and you've only conceded 5 frames in the tournament so far. So you'll go into that last 8 match, whether it's Barry or Graham, feeling fairly fresh, I imagine, even though you have had to come through the qualifiers.
Yeah, definitely. The qualifiers as well. I think I had 10-7, 10-3 and 10-4 or something like that. So I've won all my matches quite well, and not had the major tension yet. So it's going well. It's going well.
Bearing in mind how long you've been coming here to the Crucible, do you feel that it is time that we see your A game here? Which sounds a strange question, bearing in mind you're a 2-time semi-finalist, but people might have thought that by this stage of your career you'd have been in the showdown come the final Sunday and Monday.
Maybe I should have won it by now, but I've not even came close. You know, if you don't get to the final, you've not really came close to win the world. So, you know, I can't really comment on that, but I'm in the quarters now, so this is a big match because of the fact being that's you down to if you win this match, you're down to the one table set up, and the venue goes from being not very good, I don't think, to being amazing, you know, because it just changes that one table set up. Just, you know, it's amazing. It's very good.
You've played Anthony and you had a chat in the early frames and then you had to block that out. Would you prefer to not have to play Graham, another fellow Scot, in the quarters?
Not for that reason. I don't think me and Dottie we wouldn't have a chat. We wouldn't have we wouldn't have much banter. Probably, if I'm being honest, me and Barry would probably have a little bit more to say than me and Graham. But because it's going to be the quarters and that, there's going to be no talking or no jokes. It's just get the mean face on and try my absolute beat off.
Well, it's good to have you back in the last day. Enjoy your day off. See you for the quarters.
Cheers.
Betfred, celebrating 40 years of history at the Crucible.